Hi, Neela. How are you? Hey, Anthony. How are you? Hey, Ronaldo. That's good. I'm glad to hear that you're good. Hey, femme fan artist. I'm just working on the next page of my other Happy Tree Friends comic. This is what I got so far. Yep, familiar people. All around me are familiar faces. Alright, so now that some people have come in, let's get to work. But first, hey Floru, how are you? Also, I did a rhyme just now. Before I work on two sides, I've got to finish something that somebody commissioned me like a month and a half ago, and I haven't finished it yet. And well, I think now is as good a time as any to finish it. It's not going to take long. I just need to do the coloring. Hi, Mellow Flurry. I like cucumbers too. One, two, three, four. We are cells at work. Another day of sending O2 all throughout the body, every nook and cranny filled. But it's confusing and now I'm lost. Though we may seem helpless, we are cells at work for you, and so here we go. Let's get down to work. Every day's a struggle, but I gotta pull through. That sounds great. I'll see if I'll see if I can check it out. All right, so this is the commission. Basically, this is his OC holding a weapon to me. He's basically holding me hostage and telling the police that if he doesn't drop his gun, he'll shoot. I don't know why he commissioned something like that, but it's okay. Alright, I need to pull up the reference image for this guy's character. Oh, this is a rare sight. Look at him. He's smiling. He hardly ever smiles. That's so cute. Oh, wait, I forgot. I still need my gallery open. All of us together are supporting you with all of our hearts, no matter what kind of strife. Each of us would risk our lives. Oh, I forgot. It's in the downloads. I forgot which folder it was in for a second. Okay. A lot of black on this dude. The force is strong with this one. Jesus Christmas Savage. What the heck does that mean? Shadow is cool. I don't really like how in recent games they've made him kind of one-dimensional and he's kind of a jerk, but like I like what they did with him in Sonic Forces. I haven't seen much relating to Sonic Forces, but I have seen that Shadow is not a villain in it. Oh, okay. Trying to do this very carefully, but very quickly at the same time, because I want to get started on my projects. So, 2 nights ago, I slept in our camper because we got our camper back because now it's summer. Um, so now it's just sitting in our driveway. So, oops. Um, for the past 2 nights, that's where me and my sister Bella have been sleeping, and last night Mickey slept in there too. It was really cold though. And yeah, 2 nights ago, I watched a Disney movie that I haven't seen in like ages. I think it's an underrated movie, honestly. Even though I'm pretty sure most people know it or have heard about it, I'm sure not a lot of people have actually seen it, or at least they don't remember it very well. Um, Robin Hood. It's the cartoon one, the Disney one where they're animals. Like Robin Hood is a fox, Little John is a bear, Prince John is a lion. I can't remember what animal Friar Tuck is. I think he's a badger. I think what it's most known for is the whistle tunes whistled by the narrator Rooster, where it's like um, it's kind of like that. I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid. And I reiterate, Robin Hood is yet another one of those kids' movies that have a lot of adult themes in them that you don't notice until you watch it as an adult. Like in that scene when the snake, Sir Hiss, was going off to tell um, Prince John that Robin Hood was the stork in disguise, but he didn't get to because Friar Tuck and the rooster guy stopped him and shoved him into a barrel of ale. I didn't know that that's what that was when I was a kid. I just knew that they shoved him into a barrel of something. I just didn't know that it was ale, and now I know that ale is alcohol. Okay, see you later. Hi, Six Twister 4. Yeah, yeah. I think when I was a kid, I think I knew that that was alcohol, but I wasn't completely sure. I'm I'm not sure. I don't quite remember how conscious I was as a kid. I mean, I was smart, but I was still a kid. So I don't remember how conscious I was as a kid. Thank you, Tina Jewel 1. I don't think I've ever seen you before. So thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Yes, Mama? All right, I'm coming. Either that or it was just really strong alcohol, or they were just overdoing it or overstating what you see when you're drunk. Because the pink elephants on parade thing, that seems more like something you'd see when you're on an acid trip. I told you guys this a few streams ago, but my mom did acid when she was younger, before she had me, and she hallucinated that the walls were melting. I gotta go see what my mama wants. Speaking of which... Hi, Abnormally Normal. Happy birthday. I hope you have lots of cake and lots of ice cream, lots of presents. My mom just needed her phone charger. She likes playing this mahjong game on her phone, and also she puts lullaby music on for my baby sister when she's putting her to sleep. Ugh, excuse me. Also, hi, heckin' booped. I don't know if I've ever seen you before, but hi. Okay, now I gotta... Yep, okay. I'm surprised I did as well on this dual crossbow weapon that I did, because I suck at drawing weapons, even simple ones. I suck at drawing them. Hi there. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello. Well, just don't eat too much cake. So don't eat so much cake that you vomit. Shucksaroo. Okay. I don't remember many names from DeviantArt. I mostly remember names from the Happy Tree Friends Amino, and even then, sometimes it gets a little fuzzy, but thank you. I'm glad you think that I'm an inspiration. Oh, Kuma. Hi, Kuma. Hey, can you tell me what your username means in like English? I know those are like Chinese symbols, but I can't read Chinese kanji, so you're gonna have to enlighten me. Okay, I need gray. I need blue. What the heck? I'll do brown. Never ever thinking there was danger in the water they were drinking, they were tossing it down. Never ever dreaming that a scheming sheriff and his posse was Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest, jumping fences, dodging trees, and trying to get away. Navy blue. What other colors do I need? I need silver. I know I have a silver one around here. Okay, yeah. I need teal. Oh. Oh, heckin' booped, you're Mitzi Pup? Oh, wow. Well, hello. Man, lots of people coming in here tonight. I don't know if I did something special, but I don't usually get this many people in an average night. I can't find the stupid aqua green color that I need. Don't mind me, I'm just failing at finding a color. It's just one color. There's always that one freaking color that I can never find. Bye. Oh, I'm just finishing up a commission that someone commissioned me like a month and a half ago, and I'm getting really embarrassed of making excuses for not being able to finish it. I mean, when my aunt fell off a bridge, I guess I had a valid excuse that time, because come on, when you're going through the aftermath of something like that, it's really, really bad. Yesterday, I started crying because I was just taking in the current state of our world, and I was just like, I think I wanted to cry about it for a long time, but I just didn't have the proper trigger for crying. Can't find freaking silver. Oof. I wonder if I can use this slate color. Let's see. Oh well. I'll figure something out. Hi, Lanique. Of course I like memes. Hi, Yoshida-kun. It's all right. My aunt recovered. They did surgery on her pelvis and her heel, because what happened was when she fell off the bridge, her pelvis shattered and her heel broke, and she had multiple lacerations. So basically they they operated on her pelvis and her heel, and right now she's doing physical and occupational therapy. Sorry, this weapon is just really complicated. Trying really hard not to mess up here. Weapons are not my strong suit. They are, in fact, my weak suit. One of my weak suits. Nope. Oh, these came with a Halloween costume I bought years ago when I was Sonic for Halloween. Sometimes I wear them when I'm wearing one of my Sonic shirts, and I'm doing that right now. So instead of wearing a Sonic hat to go with it, I just wore the ears. Oh, yeah. I drew that one, and then the other one was just a cutout image I printed out. Maybe I will, Neela. Maybe I will. Yeah, I honestly didn't think she would make it because she's already sick, and holy crap, she's been through a lot. Not a whole lot of physical injuries per se, but she's mentally sick in the brain. She has Huntington's disease. I just hope she can stay around for as long as she can. I need my pencil sharpener. Well, there's Flippy, Flaky, Lammy, Splendid, Petunia, Handy, Flickby, of course. So far that's 7. Oh, Sam, Splendid's little sister, Sam. Yeah. Just in case you guys don't know or don't remember, Huntington's disease basically affects the brain. It's only hereditary, so you can only get it if someone in your family had it, like your parents or grandparents. And it starts affecting you if it starts affecting the afflicted person when they're in their 30s or 40s, and it basically breaks down your brain tissue and your brain cells over like a while, and it eventually results in death. It has no cure. Oh, just found out there's another. Oh, thank you. I wanted to make her look like him, but not completely like him, because they're not twins. They are 4 years apart in age. Oh, found the color I'm looking for. Not very much, fan artist. You didn't miss much. I was just reminding them about my aunt's condition. Okay. Don't need that. I'm gonna use purple on this part because there's purple there. Reminiscing. Such a good time. Lolly golly, what a day. Well, not necessarily. My grandfather had Huntington's disease. That's where my aunt got it from. But he died when he was like 40 something. My mom's even pretty sure that my that there's going to come a day soon when my aunt won't even remember who we are, because since it breaks down your brain cells, it can also cause things like Alzheimer's and dementia. So she's going to forget things and she can't keep her mind straight, and a lot of the times she'll change what she said, even though like she'll say that something happened but then she'll change it like maybe like the next day, or she'll like deny things because she can't think straight anymore. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, femme fan artist, but thank you. You guys know that song "This Land Is Your Land"? Well, the person who originally wrote that song, Woody Guthrie, he had Huntington's disease. I think he lived to be like 50 something. 55, I think, maybe 56. Right now, I'm thinking about one of my favorite episodes of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. It's an episode that I love watching. It features my favorite character in the show. Starlight Glimmer. Starlight Glimmer is my favorite character from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I know she's not. I know she's probably not everyone's first choice for a favorite character. In fact, I think a lot of people, I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like a lot of people might not like her because they feel like her reformation and her arc as a villain was really wasted, because a lot of them think that her reasoning for causing the freaking butterfly effect time stream messing up thing was really stupid and so shallowly thought out, where it's just like, so because your friend got his cutie mark and you lost contact with him, that tempted you enough to create a freaking cult village and then essentially try to destroy the universe. You tried to destroy the universe all because your feelings got hurt, and I'm just like, um she was a little foal. And yes, some people really are that petty. Um other than Starlight Glimmer, I think another one of my favorite characters would have to be Pinkie Pie. I just love how random she is. And I love how even though she's pretty much an airhead and she's the comic relief character, she's still a character. She still has feelings. You can't just treat her like she doesn't have feelings, because it's clear that she has feelings, and you can't just treat her like she doesn't have feelings, because she's not always smiley, happy, giggly. There are things that make her sad, and there are things that she takes seriously. I personally don't like listening to people say that Starlight's villain motive was not really well thought out because I do understand what they're saying, but honestly, I don't really care that much because I like Starlight. I like Starlight better as a reformed villain. She's my favorite reformed villain and my favorite character. I don't know. I just have a lot of fun watching the episodes that she's in. So the episode I was thinking of was the season 7 premiere, the second part, even though it technically wasn't split up into parts. It was just two separate episodes. It was the episode Bottled Up, or I think it was All Bottled Up, something like that. I just think it's kind of funny to see someone. I just think it's kind of funny for someone to tell Trixie, like it was just really satisfying to see Trixie finally learn that she can't just make jokes about something and treat something like it's no big deal. Because even if it's not a big deal to her, she still needs to understand and she needs to understand how her friends feel and how you can't just brush things off or make jokes about things like they're no big deal, because when someone's genuinely upset about something, you need to think about that. I mean, yes, Starlight also did a bad thing by bottling up all of her anger, so of course there wasn't really a way that Trixie could know. But at the same time, it wasn't really nice of her to just assume that Starlight was fine, and it wasn't really right of her to treat Starlight's panicking frenzy like it was no big deal. Well, that's kind of petty. That's kind of petty, not watching any episodes of season 7 that have Rainbow Dash. Well, actually, that's not true. That's not true. There is an episode of season 7 that focuses on Rainbow Dash. Parental Guidance. That episode focuses on Rainbow Dash and the relationship between her parents. So maybe he just didn't look hard enough. Because season 7 of My Little Pony do have. Well, I don't think that you're a brony based on how many seasons or episodes you've seen. If you're a fan of the show and you're a boy, that makes you a brony. You don't have to necessarily see every single episode to be a brony. I'm sure, yes, you have to have seen a fair amount of episodes in order to know more about the fandom and about being a brony yourself. But still, it's kind of shallow of him to not watch season 7 because apparently it doesn't have any episodes that focus on Rainbow Dash, which isn't true, I reiterate. The episode Parental Guidance focuses on Rainbow Dash and the relationship between her and her parents. Yeah, I think that's how you spell it. I ship Spike and Rarity too. Oh, not much. You didn't miss much, dude. I'm almost done with this. Well, almost done. I promise. I think there was also another episode in season 7 that focused on Rainbow Dash. Maybe not just Rainbow Dash, but I know that she was probably a part of it. Hang on, I'll check. Because I know Parental Guidance was one of them. Late at night I could hear the crying. I hear it all trying to fall asleep. when all the love around you is dying. How do you stay so strong? How did you hide it all for so long? How can I take the pain away? How can I save a fallen angel in the dark? Never thought you'd fall so far. Okay, so the episode Campfire Tales, it doesn't necessarily focus entirely on Rainbow Dash, but she does have a lot of really good parts in it. And Secrets and Pies, that was an episode that focused on Rainbow Dash and her, and it was an episode that focused on Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash, because Pinkie Pie finds out that Rainbow Dash has never really eaten any of the pies that she's made for her, because Rainbow Dash was lying to her, because Rainbow Dash doesn't like pies. Not just Pinkie Pie's pies, but just any pies in general. She just doesn't like pies. But she never told Pinkie Pie because she went through all the trouble to make her the pies. Plus, it made her happy to make them for her. So, yeah. So I don't really think it's fair for that person to say that there are no season 7 episodes that don't involve Rainbow Dash. Yep, that's the song I was singing. Of course I'm gonna show it. Not technically, Neela. The girl fans of My Little Pony are called Pegasisters, but I've heard people loosely refer to them as bronies. But the whole point of a brony, it's a combination of bro and pony. And when you say bro, you usually think of a boy. So that's why a male fan of My Little Pony is called a brony, and a Pegasister is a female fan of My Little Pony because, sister, girl, Pegasus, sister, Pegasister. I love 3 Days Grace. They're one of my favorite bands. I need my eraser. I messed up a little bit here. Just hope I can fix it. Fallen angel, close your eyes. I won't let you fall tonight. Fallen angel, just let go. You don't have to be alone. Fallen angel, close your eyes. I won't let you fall tonight. No, I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm a fan of all kinds of music. I especially love early 2000s and some 2010s pop and rock, and I like some country. Country's not my favorite genre of music. I personally don't understand why so many people think it's the worst genre ever, but I like country music. I actually like this country song called Springsteen by Eric Church. I don't remember a lot of parts of it, otherwise I'd be tempted to sing it. I'd probably just sound like a wah, 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 mumbler. Just trying to do a country accent. Another band I loved growing up is a band called Hinder. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of Hinder, but when I was a kid, my cousin Mickey and we would always listen to this one song. It was always the same damn song by Hinder. It was always that song. It's called Lips of an Angel. It's basically a song about a guy having an affair. But my cousin and I would always sing it. We didn't know what it was about back then because we were kids, but I don't know, we just always loved singing it together. We wouldn't sing all the words correctly because, again, kids. But holy crap, we loved the shit out of that song. It's such a good song. Like, yeah, it's about something really bad, but holy crap, his dreamy voice and the music in it and just the lyrics. Oh my gosh, it's a great song. Sorry, I got a little too carried away, but I really, really like the song. I also like other songs by Hinder. I've only listened to like a couple of their other songs, like Homecoming Queen and Better Than Me. I don't remember what Homecoming Queen is about, but I've been listening to it recently, and it's one of my favorite songs. I still like Lips of an Angel the best, but Homecoming Queen is a close second for my favorite Hinder songs. Hi, Marissa the Gem Fox. Long time no see. It's good to see you, man. We're all doing fine. Thanks. These are my Sanic ears. I'm in the Happy Tree Friends fandom. I'm in the My Little Pony fandom. I'm in the Cells at Work fandom. That's my favorite anime. Sorry, Higurashi. I'm in the Steven Universe fandom. I love Steven Universe. I'm in the Amphibia fandom. I'm so excited for season 2. Coming this summer. I am in the Sonic fandom. Even though I personally think that the fandom gets way too offended over nothing. Not as bad as the Fortnite fandom. Holy shit, those are a bunch of toxic freaking 5-year-olds. Not all of them, I know, but quite a bit. I've run into so many Fortnite players that, like, they get offended over nothing. You breathe in their general direction, and they're telling you to go ingest poison and get raped or something. It's just not a good group to be around, which is why I say that the game is a bad influence. I've never played the game, so I can't say that the game itself sucks. It's not the game itself. I mean, it kind of is, but it's the community. It's the community itself. They get so fucking offended over nothing. And people treat Fortnite like it's the biggest fucking deal in the entire world. Like, I told this story like maybe a week or so ago, but this kid recently killed himself because of COVID-19, but not for the reasons you think. Because we have to social distance, this kid hardly ever gets to see his friends, so all he has is his stupid fucking Fortnite. So when he gets mad over losing in the game, he breaks his TV. And now he's really depressed over it. And now he doesn't have his friends. He doesn't have his Fortnite. So what does he do? He hangs himself. He hangs himself. And you want to know how old this kid was? This kid was 12 years old. This kid was not even 13. This kid was not even a teenager. Only 12. This freaking 12-year-old killed himself over a damn video game. Can you believe that? That's kind of a weird thing to be happy about, Yoshida. I mean, I guess the toxic people gotta go somewhere, but still. My goodness gracious. That's what the world's come to. I mean, I get mad when playing video games, but am I gonna break my TV or freaking kill myself over a damn game? No! I'll cry about it and I'll be mad, but am I gonna kill myself? No! No! Hell no! I've got way too much to live for. Sorry if I got too into that, and sorry if I got too scary, but holy crap, I just don't understand why someone would kill themselves or threaten to kill other people over a stupid freaking game. It's just a game. Yes, it makes you happy. Yes, it's fun to play. And yes, you might meet a lot of freaking friends over the community, but it's not worth that. It is just a fucking game. So many notifications. Hi, Akio. I've never played Minecraft. I mean, I did play it for like a few seconds on a friend's tablet, but like I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out the controls. I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do. I couldn't figure out what made it so fun. I mean, maybe I just needed a little more time, but personally it wasn't really something that I found like entertaining. But that's okay. Other people can be entertained by it, so I don't have to be. It's not for me, but it can be for other people. Exactly, Mila. I don't think there's anything wrong with using Gotcha Life. I mean, I personally don't use it because I don't need to use it because I can draw. But I think my cousin actually brought up Gotcha Life on a stream like months ago, like last year. It was a gaming stream where I was playing Duck Dodgers, and she said that Gotcha Life is the fandom is very concerning. It has a very young fan base, but a lot of the stories on there are really, really dark and really inappropriate. A lot of the stories on there are about things like rape and sexual slavery. And I'm just like what kind of 12-year-olds are playing that? And then when I got a little bit older, like in the following year, it finally like dawned on me because when you're that young, you will just add anything edgy or dark or violent or sexual into your story because when you're that young, it makes you seem cooler and like you're fitting in. Like when I was younger, I thought that swearing every 5 seconds made me cool and popular and grown up. But now I know that it just made me immature and stupid. You don't need to swear every 5 seconds, not even every 5 minutes. You don't even need to add swear words into all of your sentences. And I was also one of those people who thought that by adding all the inappropriate stuff that I could into my stories, it would make me seem cooler and mature by the older people. But you know what? Going back to look at it, I just really seemed like an immature freaking 12-year-old. And I got so offended when people would call me that. You don't have to be embarrassed about using Gotcha Life. I mean, my friend from high school uses Gotcha Life. Okay. My top 5 favorite YouTubers. Well, this isn't really in any specific order, but I like PewDiePie, Apple Geek, MCB Actual, Jacksepticeye, and Camila Cuevas. Those are 5 of my favorite YouTubers. Yeah, because a bunch of freaking 13-year-olds love to watch incest. Actually, they do, and I don't know why. Especially ones from Japan. That seems to be a really popular thing in Japan. I don't know why. Really? Sorry, I'm just trying to find this shade of red to use so this picture doesn't look so white. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I'm just really concerned about how young the fan base of Gacha Life is, considering how many inappropriate stories there are on Gacha Life. To me, sometimes I think Gacha Life is just a way for people who can't really draw to like make characters doing all the weirdest or inappropriate things ever. But I know that that's not always the case. But most likely, just like with Fortnite, quite a bit. I'm almost done. I'll show you what I got so far. It's been 5 years since I've seen her face. She's the Holy Ghost lost without a trace. And now we're left with the what ifs. It's been 5 years since she left for LA. She's an angel with a dirty face. And it seems to me she's a casualty of all the pressure that we put on her. And now we've lost her for good. It's such a shame, shame, shame that our homecoming queen was a lot like you and a lot like me. And she never walked on water because no one really saw her. Thank you, Heckin' Booped. Thanks all of you for the compliments. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。Yep, that's Japanese. It's fine. I like talking about things. My funniest memory. Ooh, there are a lot of them. I could like sit here all day talking about some of my funniest memories. One of them was years ago. I don't know how many years ago. Probably like close to 10 years ago. My aunt was trying to help my cousin and I get past this stage in Super Mario Galaxy, and we kept falling into the black tar and dying. And my aunt was trying to help us get past it, but she kept dying too. And she was trying not to swear in front of us, so she just made up she just made up this dumb little song. It went like drowning in I can't stop laughing. She just went like she was just so mad, I could tell. She's like, drowning in a black hole, killing myself every day, we're gonna die. Oh my gosh, and my cousin and I have never forgotten. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Oh man, such good times.
There was another part when we were playing video games again, and my Mickey and her mom and we were all playing Cooking Mama on the Wii, and you know how when you mess things up, she like her eyes turn all fiery, and she's like, "I'll help you," and we kept messing up and getting the mad mama face, and my my aunt's just like, "Same to you, you fiery-eyed freak." Oh, my mom. My mom is sorry, not my mom. My mom's funny too, but my aunt is so freaking funny. She is so funny. She's one of the funniest people I've ever met, and she's like related to me. Hang on, I'll find a picture of my aunt. That's my aunt right there. Her name is Stephanie. She is really Oh gosh. A lot of my happiest memories in life come from me just being with my family, doing family things. Okay, it's done. She used to have long hair, but one day she just she chopped all of it off. This was actually like I think it was last year or the year before, because again, she's losing her mind because of her disease, so almost anything she does is completely impulsive, and she mostly acts based on her freaking depression and her depressing emotions. Thank you. I think I actually took a video of my aunt when she was hyped up on caffeine. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. I should still have it. I'm gonna have to look it up on my YouTube channel, because I uploaded it to my YouTube channel. Alright. Good luck with that. Good freaking luck with that. What blue character? There wasn't a blue character. Who could kiss my name and the music's so bright. Taking over to right. Okay, that's better. For a second there, I thought there was something wrong with my phone. Well, not really. Oops. Speaking of Vocaloids, hello. Yes, it is Yoshida-kun. And that song that was just playing was Unhappy Refrain. It was it's the song I have for my the alarm. I just reset it for when I have to take a shower.
Hey, Steph. I had coffee. You had coffee? Are you sure it wasn't coffee? What? What? Happy birthday. I'm gonna get in it. Bella. Vito. Is that a pin? Really? Is that really? Turn around. Can I see that? Is that a pin of hair? Can I see it?
Yep, that's my aunt. A lot of those spastic movements don't really come from caffeine. She literally can't control a lot of her movements right now because she has basically no motor control anymore. It's kind of like Tourette's syndrome, where she's like she gets tics that like she can't control. Like her stomach, it does this. It goes like like it sucks in. She's not doing it on purpose, and she can't really stand up straight either. A lot of the time she's going like she can still talk, but like yeah, basically it's progressing, but she's still pretty much here with us.
Bop, bop, twist, twist. Check it off your checklist. Chug, chug, kick it. Move it, mix it.
All right, now that I've finished that, I can start working on two sides. Oh, the green. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I guess it's technically a kind of green. That colored pencil is aqua green, and it's the closest colored pencil I could find to the color of my actual persona. Because my HTF persona used to be lime green, but I changed the color because she just resembled Nutty too much. So my persona is a squirrel, and that's another reason why she resembles Nutty, so I changed her color. So yeah, that's pretty much the closest color I could find to this one. Alright, so this is the page I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be erasing the pencil lines and doing the shading work. Thank you. Oh, there's my eraser. You know, it's actually kind of sad because the video I just showed you guys of my aunt, like not too long after I shot that video, my aunt actually went into a seizure because that's another side effect of Huntington's disease. You get seizures because, again, it affects your brain, so of course you get seizures. When she starts to go into a seizure, she won't talk because you can't talk when you're having a seizure, and she won't blink. She'll just hang her head down like this, and she'll do slight twitching movements, and we gotta like rub her arms so we can bring her out of it, and we gotta talk to her and remind her of happy times because she usually gets seizures under a lot of stress. So but if she doesn't get out of it and it gets worse, she'll like throw herself on the floor and she'll start spazzing out, and we have to like hold her down so she doesn't hurt herself or break anything. And I also take her glasses off so she doesn't break them, and we also got to make sure she doesn't bite her tongue off, so we got to keep her head elevated. I think elevated. Well, you tried. It's okay.
Oh, gee, to who or whom at just one glance I'm bluffing fraud of what's romance. The only issue I can see is one lonely emergency. The alerted tractor chimed in who I'm liking or what I have. You're overlooking my appeal. Don't do it, do it, do it, do it. The human being's preference that I'm liking this or I like that. A satisfying orgasm nation overflowing over and over. The feeling of entering this land of which cannot be missed. It's taking in my 8-point loving hot machine, the Valgramanda. Chin, 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 da da, chin, 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 da 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 da. Reaching to a point I can't take it anymore. You're the one this climax is throbbing for. Teasing with the love, your pleasure. Climbing to the top while gripping hold on your identity. Coming to admit you can't hate this dreamy boy. What feel that? I told you you can't handle it.
It's called Gigantic OTN. It's a Vocaloid song. It's sung by Kagamine Len, my favorite Vocaloid. It's not a very appropriate song. I know it better in English than I do in Japanese. Because one of my favorite YouTubers, Vanamelon, made an English cover of it. Gigantic OTN. Thanks. It's just like, can't put my finger on what this song is about. Let's look it up. Oh, let's see. The lyrics are from Kagamine Len's point of view as he sings about how he's able to seduce men and women. Oh, okay. And the music's so right. I haven't listened to Plus Boy yet. I keep seeing it around, but for some reason I always keep forgetting to watch it. Like, holy crap, me. Like, can I not suck for 5 freaking seconds? Okay. My favorite Len song is definitely Gigantic OTN. Either that or it's Servant of Evil, because come on, freaking Servant of Evil. That's such a sad song. But it's a nice song too. Kimi wa ojo, boku wa mashitsukai, unmei wa katsu, aware no futago, kimi wo momoru sono tame naraba, boku wa aku ni natte datte yoru. I actually sang the song in Japanese for my 9th grade talent show. Oh, I was so nervous, and I'm pretty sure I messed up along the way, like several times, but like whatever. Right now I'm coloring in the black parts because that's the color I always start with. So good on kiss my name and the music's so bright. It's such a sweet time. Taking over my, taking more to ride. The similar one. What you mean by that? Eraser shavings, go and leave me forevermore. Oh, jeez. Hey, for those of you who have watched Beastars, who's your favorite character and why? My favorite character is Lego She, because I just love how awkward he is, and I love how, like, even though he's awkward when he's talking to people, he has very good manners. He's just a very likable character. That's a nice little poem. Good job, Neela. Oh, okay, Kuma. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I also like how he learns that it's okay to be a predator, and just because you're a predator, that doesn't mean that you have to be the stereotype that the world builds for you. And I also like how he manages to shift his predatorial instincts and his fighting instincts so he can save Haru. The creator of the manga of Beastars, Paru Itagaki, she's very private about her personal life. I don't think anyone I don't think there's any photographs of her face, because she always wears this chicken mask whenever she makes public appearances. So, yeah. Also, when she chose Haru's name, she wanted something that was short and easy to say, unlike Legoshi's name, because Legoshi is a freaking mouthful of a name. Plus, Haru rhymes with Paru, like the creator. It's funny. Why is Louis your least favorite? I mean, I have an idea of why, but I just want to know if what I'm thinking is right or not. I don't hate Louis. I mean, I actually consider him a very interesting character. I mean, yes, he's rude and he's arrogant, and a lot of the times he really does butt his nose into other people's business, and he does control other people when sometimes it's just really not his freaking business. But he's not a bad guy. Plus, he has a sad backstory, like how he was originally going to be sold for black market meat. That's pretty that's pretty sad. I mean, can you imagine just as a kid being trapped in a cage, being sold to people to either be eaten or used as a slave or who knows what else? It would be terrifying. I don't really think that he's a prick. Yeah, he is kind of a prick. He's very arrogant, but that's not the reason why but his tragic backstory isn't really the reason why he behaves the way he does. He behaves the way he does because of the way he was raised, because he was adopted by a man of a very prestigious background and prestigious family. And yes, unfortunate as it is, a lot of the times prestigious people raise their children to be just as the same as they are. And yes, unfortunately, that means being arrogant. Although they don't see it that way, they don't see it as being arrogant. They just see it as behaving like not being pushed around, or just making sure that people know who they are and making sure that people do what they expect them to do. So, yes, to us, it's being arrogant, but to them, it's just a way of being for them. They don't know anything else. I actually didn't understand why that happened. Like, I don't understand why he snapped and went crazy like that. Like, I don't know what prompted him to do that, but I do like that he actually saved Legoshi Haru from being shot by the leader of the Shishigumi, because he was going to kill them. So it was a good thing that Louis was there to shoot him first. And in such a brutal freaking way, too. I mean, just shooting him with a gun in his mouth. Holy crud. Plus, how Louis acts towards Legoshi kind of makes sense to me now that I think about it, because Louis grew up being afraid of carnivores and being sold as freaking carnivore meat on the black market, and he would have died. So I guess he just doesn't understand why Legoshi is so good-mannered, and he's not like the other predators where they take pride in being predators. Like, I guess it makes sense why he doesn't understand, because he just thinks it's all an act and that he's just pretending. So, yeah, to me, now that I think about it, it makes sense why he treated Legoshi the way he did. Doesn't mean I'm okay with it, and it doesn't mean that I think he has the right to be in Legoshi's business, but honestly, it makes sense to me why he treated Legoshi and talked to him the way he did. I like how you think, Floor. I like how you think. I had to improve on his hair a lot when I started drawing him. When I started drawing him with more hair, like how he has more hair in his Enter the Florpus design. Um, I I really stepped up my game. I haven't drawn Invader Zim stuff in quite a while. Maybe I should. Maybe I should have a stream where mostly what I do is I do Invader Zim art. Yeah. This marker is pretty much out of ink, so I'm just going to throw it away later. I'll just put it there. So it's okay if you're not speaking too much. It's all right. You just do what you got to do. I didn't watch it when I was a kid. It was on when I was a kid, kind of. I think. Yeah, when I was really little, but I never watched it. I didn't get into it until my senior year of high school. But I honestly am glad that I didn't get into it until much later, because I feel like if I tried to watch it as a kid, I wouldn't like it, because I wouldn't like the style of humor and I wouldn't understand it. But now that I'm older, I have an appreciation for the style of humor that it has, and now that I'm older, I can appreciate how dark and satirical it is and how funny it is in nature. But if I watched it when I was a kid, I wouldn't appreciate that. But now that I am older, I do. I actually do have some pretty recent Invader Zim drawings in my sketchbook. Oops, wrong side. Backwards. Okay, here's one of Dib. He's my favorite character. Yeah, this is how I draw him. I gave him a gap between his tooth because I thought it was adorable. And then here's one of him and Gaz. This was my first time drawing her with her Enter the Florpus design. I honestly really like her hair. I like how it's meant to represent a monster jaws and fangs because she's a pretty dark character. Thank you. I'm glad you think it's adorable. Thank you guys. Thank you. La, 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 la. Something else I like about Beastars is the psychological elements of it. Like, it's not just romance and drama and all that, but it's also there's also a lot of psychological elements of it. Like that scene when Legoshi's running through the black market trying to fight his predatorial urges to eat meat, and he's salivating. You can clearly see how painful it is for him to hold back, and how he can't stop thinking about Haru and how guilty he would feel if he ate meat. And I like when he was talking to that panda. I think his name is Gohin. I don't remember his name. I know it starts with a G. And I like how Gohin gave like Legoshi the rundown of what usually happens when a carnivore eats an herbivore. Like, a lot of them can't forget the taste and they start to lose their fur or chew off their own appendages, and they resort to self-harm. I consider Beastars to be psychological horror, mystery, drama, and romance. Because the psychological horror I just explained, the drama comes from the emotions and the relationships and the feelings that you can feel from each of the characters when they're going through certain things. The romance elements obviously come from, Legoshi and Haru and all that jazz. And the mystery obviously comes from the fact that there's still one major unresolved plot point in the anime, and that was the murder of Tem. I read ahead on the wiki, so I already know who murdered Tem because, the manga has already like way ahead and all that. But that's where the mystery element comes in my opinion. Yep, I watched those shows as a kid too. I watched Ubi and I also watched Little Bill. I know that Bill Cosby doesn't have the best reputation, and I can understand why, but we can't deny that the things that he created are still pretty awesome, like Little Bill. In times like these, we have to separate the art from the artist, where even if the artist themselves are a disappointing person, you can still appreciate what they made as its own or on its own. When I was a kid, I also watched things like Dora the Explorer, Ni Hao Kai Lan, The Upside Down Show, Gullah Gullah Island. What else? Oh, Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends. Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. The Fresh Beat Band. Yo Gabba Gabba. Oh yeah, Spideris. Well, Spideris actually does become better in the later episodes because he marries that red spider girl and has kids. I also liked watching Care Bears and My Little Pony as a kid. Not just Generation 4, because that came out in like 2010, but I didn't get into it until like after, like, I didn't get into it until season 4. I mean, I technically was still a kid when that happened, but it was like, much later in my life when I was becoming a preteen. I'm talking about the like original My Little Pony show from the 80s and of course the ones from the early 2000s. The one from the 80s featured characters like Sundance, Heartthrob, Lickety Split, Gusty, Masquerade, Ribbon, Gingerbread, Shady. Did I say Fizzy? I think I did. And Generation 3, that would be the stuff from the early 2000s, featured characters like Pinkie Pie and Minty and Sparkleworks and Sunny Days and Wisteria. I don't remember watching Pinky Dinky Doo when I was a kid. Oh, I also watched Sesame Street as a kid, obviously. Most everyone has. What else did I watch as a kid? Oh, Oswald. I don't know if anyone knows that show. Maisie Mouse. Little Bear. Good Luck Charlie. Max and Ruby. Yes, she was. What else did I watch as a kid? I know there are like dozens of others. Oh, Wow Wow Wubsy, Olivia. I even watched Peppa Pig when I was a kid. But when I was a kid, Peppa Pig wasn't as popular or mainstream as it is today. Like nowadays, it is by far most likely the most popular kids show ever. But when I was a kid, it was just a sideshow because the episodes only last like 5 minutes each. It was like a show that would play in between the actual shows, like little skit things. Me too. Wubsy lives in a tree. He likes to play, play, play. He's got a bendy tail and he likes it that way. Wow, wow, Wubsy, 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 wow, wow. I think I did, yeah. Not as much as my cousin did, but Holy crap, she collected rubber bands, silly bands, she collected rocks, I collected rocks. What else did I watch as a kid? Oh, I just remembered Charlie and Lola. I don't know what channel that was on when I was a kid, but oh my gosh, I loved it to pieces. Oh, I also liked watching Go Diego Go. Deep inside the jungle where culture's running wild, coming to the rescue is a very special child. Talking to the animals and swinging from a vine. This rough and tough adventurer's working all the time. Nope, don't think I've ever heard of that. I don't think I've ever heard of 64 Zoo Lane. Let me see. 64 Zoo Lane. Oh my gosh, this looks really familiar to me, actually. Maybe I have seen this. Maybe I did see it a little bit as a kid, but I just didn't remember what it was called. Oh, yeah, Jack's Big Music Show. Oh, and Curious Buddies. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, and Blues Clues. I just remembered frickin' Blues Clues. How could I forget? That's like one of the best frickin' shows ever. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, do dance. Oh, and the Backyardigans. Hey, fun fact. Did you guys know that the kid who voices Pablo in the Backyardigans also voiced Aang from Avatar The Last Airbender? Yep, now you can't unhear that or unsee that. I was not allowed to watch Ed, Edd and Eddy when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was never really allowed to watch anything on Cartoon Network unless it was Scooby-Doo, because my mom doesn't like anything on Cartoon Network because she doesn't think it's appropriate for young kids. I guess that means that she's okay with it for like people who are like 10 and up, but she never let me watch Ed, Edd and Eddy because she thought it was dumb. She thought it was like one of those shows that taught nothing and only taught kids to be stupid. We're your backyard friends, the Backyardigans. Together we're the Backyardigans, in the place where we belong, where we'll probably sing a song and we'll maybe dance along. We've got the whole wide world in our yard to explore. We always find things we've never seen before. That's why every day we're back for more with your friends, the Backyardigans. Yes! I loved Wonder Pets. Oh my gosh. Wonder Pets, we're on our way to help a baby animal and save the day. We're not too big and we're not too tough, but when we work together,
together, we've got the right stuff. Go Wonder Pets! Yay! I need pink. And I need brown. Let's see. Yeah, that's all though. There's this really cool map of Beastars that features the song Animals, originally by Maroon 5, but the cover they use is by Living in Fiction. It's a really good map and a really good cover of the song. Just give me a second, I'll find it and I'll send a link in the chat. Baby, I'm preying on you tonight, hunt you down, eat you alive, just like animals, animals like animals. Maybe you think that you can hide, I can smell your scent for miles, just like animals, animals like animals. Oh yes, I like Franklin too. Oh yeah, I sung the Bart Baker parody of the song like on one of my last streams. Hang on, I'll find the map and I'll link it in the chat. Give me a second. Okay. So here we go. All right. Oh, yep. I like Lazy Town too. Here we go. Welcome to Lazy Town, a place where you want to stay. You'll meet Robbie with his rotten plans and Sporticus saving the day. Stephanie is new in town, and soon she and Ziggy are friends. With Pixel, Stingy, and Trixie too, they're gonna have a blast together. Go, 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 get up, Lazy Town. It's the start of a brand new day. Things are upside down here in Lazy Town. Adventure's just a moment away. I still like watching a lot of those shows, even though I'm an adult. But I also still like watching adult stuff too. Like, I've stated this before, but one of my favorite adult shows is Law and Order SVU. That stands for Special Victims Unit. It's a spin-off of the main Law and Order show. Except in SVU, they only handle cases involving they handle sex crimes and child abuse. It sucks that Stefan Carl Stephenson died. He was a freaking legend.
Hello? Okay, I'm coming. Oh, shoot. Dang, that was close. I'll be right back. My mom needs my help. Oh my gosh, I have legs. I just remembered. Whew. I am back. Probably has some. I'm just gonna take a random guess here, and I'm just gonna say it probably has something to do with like a protest or whatever. But I mean, it is getting kind of close to July, so I guess maybe they're preparing for the 4th of July. Could be either. Oh,
really concentrating on these door frames. Because, that's something people concentrate on. Door frames. Yeah, but that's the thing. A lot of the times, most of the time actually, people aren't thinking about the bigger picture. They're only thinking about what they want in the moment. And they're not thinking about, oh, hey, we shouldn't do this. People are trying to sleep. They're not thinking about, oh, well, this is not courteous, and maybe we shouldn't be doing this at this hour. Or maybe we shouldn't do so many of them at this hour. But, nope. Not thinking about that at all. Freaking crazy. Alright, this is what I got so far. That's 4-year-old Splendid. That's his dad. His dad's name is Kane. Well, was technically, because his dad isn't alive anymore. I don't know why I went all out for that face. It's just so cute. I just can't take this kind of pressure. I must confess, one more dusty road would be just a road too long. Worthless. I just can't seem to get started. Don't have the heart to live in the fast lane. All that is past and gone. Worthless, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Worthless, pardon me while I panic. Worthless, worthless, worthless. Musicals? Yeah, I like musicals. I like Steven Universe the movie. That's a musical. I like Frozen, and I like Disney movies. Those are musicals. I kind of like the movie Into the Woods. That's a musical. I like The Wizard of Oz. That's a musical. I like the movie Strange Magic. That's a musical. Yeah, I really like the music in Steven Universe too. That's right, I've heard the story over and over again. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. I like Annie. That's a musical. The sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hold on till tomorrow. I like the Brave Little Toaster movies. Those are musicals. I like the My Little Pony movies. Those are musicals. My cousin Mickey says the same thing. Her favorite character used to be Ruby, but after watching Steven Universe the movie, she absolutely adored Spinel. So now Ruby is second favorite. Something else that my cousin did when we were watching Steven Universe the movie is that she actually was able to pretty much diagnose the possible mental disorder that Spinel has, because even though it's not confirmed by the creator, a lot of Spinel's behavior are consistent with someone who has borderline personality disorder, which I'm going to look up really quick. My favorite character is Peridot. Lapis is also another one of my favorites. Okay, so borderline personality disorder is a mental disorder characterized by unstable moods, behavior, and relationships. The cause of borderline personality disorder isn't well understood. Diagnosis is made based on symptoms. Me too. A lot of people do. Symptoms include emotional instability, feelings of worthlessness, insecurity, impulsivities, and impaired social relationships. Yup. All of these, also self-destructive behavior, fear of abandonment, and just, I don't know. Yeah, those are two other symptoms as well. To me, it makes sense why Spinel is so full of self-hatred. I mean, her being left there in the garden for 6,000 years hasn't just laced her with a boatload of abandonment issues. It has also freaking drenched her in a bunch of self-hatred. I mean, why would Pink Diamond leave if there was nothing wrong with her? It just makes her think, like, well, Pink had to have left for some reason. Maybe it was me. I mean, why would she leave? Was there something wrong with me? Also, even though I feel sympathy for Spinel and I understand why she was angry and why she did what she did, I still don't say that she had the right to do what she did. Yes, she had the right to be angry, but did she have the right to try and kill Steven, the Crystal Gems, and pretty much everyone else on Earth? No. No, she did not. She did not have the right to do that. She had the right to be angry,
but not to do that. Because even though the universe isn't kind to you, just because the universe wasn't kind to you, that doesn't mean you have the right to take your anger out on innocent people who had nothing to do with what happened to you. Oh yeah, I remember that episode. I think it was called Too Far. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it was called. Alright, done with the shading on this one. Whoops. Thank you. Oops. Put it back in the wrong place. Yeah, exactly. You can be angry all you want, but when you take it out on innocent people, you're not a victim anymore. You're a victim. You are a victim of something, but the moment you take your anger out on innocent people, you are not a victim anymore. And you can't use the whole, well, I got hurt first, so I'm a victim no matter what I do. No, that's not how that works. Just because you are a victim, that doesn't mean you have the right to victimize other people. And that doesn't mean that no matter what you do, you are always the victim. Yes, you were the original victim, but the moment you start victimizing others, you no longer become a victim. You just become a victimizer. Yeah, she is adorable, and we can clearly see that she has gotten better. She still makes wry and dry jokes about, trying to kill Steven, but pretty much everyone does that now. And she is definitely much better. On the internet, it says that borderline personality disorder is curable. It can be treated by a medical professional. Not saying that the diamonds are medical professionals. Okay, bye-bye, Yoshida-kun. I'm not saying that the diamonds are medical professionals, but spending time with them definitely has made her mental state much, much better. I also really liked Steven's whole speech. Like when Spinell was just about to kill him, like when he was dangling over the injector, he was just like, I don't get it. Why aren't my powers coming back? Aren't I reliving every horrible thing that's ever happened to me? A gem I barely know is trying to kill me. I'm paying for stuff my mom did that had nothing to do with me. I'm struggling with my powers. The world's about to end. What piece could I be missing? This is the story of my life. Because he's not wrong. He's literally going through the same freaking shit that he's been going through throughout all of his life. A gem he barely knows shows up out of nowhere and tries to kill him. He's paying for stuff that his mom did that had nothing to do with him. He's paying for everything that she did. He's fixing all of her mistakes that she left behind, unintentionally, but still. And he was struggling with his powers because they were all gone because of the rejuvenator, and the world was literally about to end because the injector was all the way emptied and the world was literally going to die. The poison was literally killing everything. He was literally reliving every single terrible thing that ever happened to him. Gem's trying to kill him, paying for his mom's mistakes. The world's ending. His powers are failing. It is literally the story of his entire life. It literally was. That speech, even though it was heartbreaking, it was so much fun to listen to because he was basically rattling off all of the things about his life that he ever hated. He hated that gems were trying to kill him just because he was related to his mom. He hated that he constantly had to fix things that his mom left behind. He hated that he couldn't control his powers and he couldn't even manifest them. And he hated that the world was about to end and he couldn't do anything about it in the moment. He literally rattled off everything that he hated about his life, and I loved every second of it. I especially loved the part where he said that I'm paying for stuff my mom did that had nothing to do with me, because he's reiterating the fact that everything that's happening right now, it's happening because of stuff that his mom did, and it had nothing to do with him. But because he's her son, and because he has her gemstone, and because she left her problems behind, and he's the only living relative, he's the only thing left of her, apparently, like, he's the closest thing that people who hate her will ever have to a punching bag, unfortunately. It's really sad, but that line just really resonated with me because he felt the need to reiterate that, yeah, she did this, but this had nothing to do with me. I just have to reiterate that. Yeah, it's a pity. It is a pity when people blame us for things that our relatives did that had nothing to do with us. That's like blaming Hitler's living descendants for everything that he did. They didn't have anything to do with what he did, and they most likely don't share the same views that he does. But because they are related to him at all, we have to treat them like shit, apparently. Well, no, that's not even fair. I mean, I know life isn't fair, but you don't have to go out of your way to make it even more unfair than it already is. It's just dumb. Life is already unfair on its own. You don't need to do it any favors or help it along. That's not even right. And if you think that you need to do that, then I'm sorry. You are an ass. Oh wow. It's 3 minutes after midnight. I should have ended the stream a few minutes ago. So, thanks guys for showing up, and thanks for listening to my rants and rambles. This was a very fun stream, and I'm glad I could share my thoughts and everything with you. I hope we can continue this Friday, because that's going to be my next stream, and I'm going to be posting a video on this channel asking you guys what game you want me to play next, and we'll see what happens from there. Okay, peace out, my 25ers.